Most people have a suicide pact with their own fantasies. They have spent years watching movies where the hero packs a tactical bag. He jumps into a lifted truck and drives off into the sunset. He heads to a hidden cabin in the woods. Let's look at the physics of that fantasy. The highway is a linear trap. It is a choke point that will be clogged with burning sedans. It will be full of desperate people within 3 hours of a grid down event the woods. The woods are a biological filter. It kills 90% of tourists within 3 weeks via hypothermia. It kills them via dysentery and caloric deficit. You are not a pioneer, you are a refugee, and if you run to the woods, you are just a refugee with a heavier backpack. Real survival is not about returning to nature, it is about engineering, it is about understanding the material science of violence, it is about the geometry of defense. Amateurs are fighting over a bag of rice in a drywall house. That house can be penetrated by a .22 caliber round. You need to be securing a structure that treats small arms fire like a suggestion. We are looking for 3 specific architectural criteria: high compressive strength, non-flammable construction, and psychological invisibility. We are looking for the urban fortresses that everyone drives past. They are too boring to notice. The first location is the self-storage facility. Stop looking at this as a place to keep old furniture. Look at it through the lens of tactical geometry. A residential home is designed for comfort. It has open sightlines, large windows, and multiple weak points. A self-storage facility is a fortress designed for asset protection. It is a prefabricated steel labyrinth. Consider the perimeter. Most facilities are surrounded by 8-foot chain link fences. They are topped with razor wire or anti-climb rollers. This is your first layer of defense. Inside the layout is a grid of fatal funnels. If an attacker breaches the gate, they are forced into narrow, long corridors with metal walls. There is no cover in those hallways. If you hold the corner, you control the entire lane. The geometry forces the enemy to walk into your line of fire. They are without any ability to flank you. Structurally, the exterior walls are often reinforced masonry, or they are heavy, gauge corrugated steel. This provides ballistic protection that a wood frame house cannot offer. Fire is the great destroyer of the suburbs in a collapse scenario. One overturned candle burns down a neighborhood, but a storage facility. Concrete floors, steel walls, metal doors. The fuel load is compartmentalized. If Unit 405 burns, the fire is contained by the steel box. You are living in a fire break. Psychologically, it is the ultimate gray man architecture. Looters are driven by a calorie to reward ratio. They target grocery stores, pharmacies, and gun shops. They do this because the reward is obvious. Breaking into a storage unit requires cutting a hardened lock or grinding through a door, and the reward might be a box of tax returns. It is high effort, low reward. They will ignore you. Meanwhile, you are sitting on a gold mine. In a long-term collapse, these units are supply depots. Unit 102 has camping gear. Unit 305 has non-perishable food. Unit 200 has tools. You are securing a location that doubles as a warehouse. The second location is the concrete tilt-up distribution center. You see these in every industrial park. They are the massive windowless gray monoliths used by logistics companies. They are built by pouring 6-inch thick slabs of reinforced concrete. Then they tilt them up to form the walls. Let's talk about ballistics. Standard residential siding offers zero protection. A 5.56 NATO round will pass through your front door. It goes through your living room, your couch, and your drywall, and it goes through you, but 6 inches of reinforced concrete. That stops rifle fire. It stops shrapnel. It stops a truck trying to ram the wall. The thermal mass of that concrete is also a thermodynamic battery. It retains heat in the winter and stays cool in the summer. This stabilizes your internal temperature better than a drafty wooden house. The defensive advantage here is the loading dock geometry. The rear of these buildings usually features elevated docks. This means the floor level is 4 feet off the ground. This eliminates ground level windows. To enter, an attacker has to climb a smooth concrete face. They climb while you look down on them. You have the high ground by design. The flat roof offers a platform for water collection. It offers 360-degree surveillance. It is accessible only by a roof hatch. You can bolt that hatch from the inside. This is the application of industrial camouflage. During a riot or collapse, the center of gravity for violence is the retail district. It is also high-density housing. The mob moves like water, following the path of least resistance toward the highest density of loot. industrial parks are ghost towns. They are boring. There is no food in a warehouse that distributes HVAC parts. By occupying a tilt-up building, you are placing yourself outside the flow of human chaos. You are safe because you are uninteresting. The third location is the mid-rise reinforced parking structure, specifically the ones detached from main attractions, but built with heavy concrete. In tactical doctrine, height is life. Elevation dictates the terms of the engagement. A parking garage is a castle made of cover. Every concrete pillar is a ballistic shield. Every ramp is a choke point. But the true engineering genius of the parking garage is the vehicle barricade. These structures are full of cars. In a collapse, a car that doesn't run is just a 3,000-pound steel brick on wheels. You can put them in neutral and push them. You can block stairwells. You can create walls. You can build a maze on the upper levels. That funnels intruders exactly where you want them. You are not just inhabiting a building. You are rearranging the battlefield. The resource potential is mechanical. Every car is a battery bank. Every car is a fuel tank. Every car has upholstery for insulation, mirrors for signaling, and wiring for repairs. You are living in a salvage yard. The danger of the parking garage is entrapment, which is why you never occupy the ground floor. You take the top deck. This gives you sight lines for miles. Information is your most valuable commodity. If you are in a house, you can see your front lawn. If you are on top of a 5-story garage, you can see the fires starting in the next district. You can see the mob moving 3 blocks away. You have the time to react. If the structure is compromised, you don't go down the stairs. You rappel off the back wall. You prepare a vertical exit that the average looter cannot follow. Stop thinking like a homeowner. Start thinking like a structural engineer. Your house is a biological trap. It relies on the grid to be habitable. It relies on the police to be safe. It relies on social contracts to keep the glass intact. When those contracts break, the wood frame house becomes a coffin. The storage unit, the distribution center, the parking garage. These are structures built to withstand stress. They are designed for load, bearing capacity, and impact resistance. They are ugly. They are cold. They are uncomfortable. But comfort is a luxury of the old world. Survival is about hardness. It is about putting as much concrete and steel between your heartbeat and the chaos outside as possible. Do not run to the woods to freeze. Do not stay in your house to burn. Disappear into the concrete. Become a part of the background. Be the gray man in the gray building, and let the rest of the world fight over the scraps.